Awesome. I am so excited about today's call because we have a super special guest on today. This little lady, okay, she is a freaking badass when it comes to events. Not only is she like the most welcoming person I've ever met when it comes to money, like she's just so inspiring. She's a mama, she's a director, right? Director, no, MMM, MMM. She's working her way to director. I think she's a director in my eyes, guys. Okay, because that's how freaking much of a badass she is. But honestly, I see her every single. Honestly, I think you do like 3, 4 events a week from what I see on my side. Why is this telling me a different language? What is this? English. Um, Safe. Okay. So, I mean, the amount of events that you do is so truly inspiring. It is insane to me, like how you're so consistent with them and the fact that you're always closing people. Guys, she's been popping out MMPs in her team left and right, and it is literally all due to events. So, without further ado, this is beautiful Lisa.
Oh my gosh, I love you so much, girl. So funny. We're like, you're my spirit animal because I always tell my team, this is the only job. Titties can be out. You are feeding another human being at the same time, and we can work our business. So I'm always like, cameras on, y'all. But thank you so much for having me tonight. I am so excited. When she asked me to do this, I was like, hell yeah. And y'all, we are all in the midst of building. After this, I'm popping on a call. I'm getting 7 more people to MMP by the end of the week. That is my goal. So I am like in the midst of building with y'all. Okay. So yes, I am MMM. Right now, I was director, and this is really when things shifted for me because I built this director team truly not working the way that I am now. And when I hit director this month again, it's going to be built off of what I am doing and I'm going to share with you tonight as far as events goes, because it really was, I think it was Eric Worre, and it was before his call that he did like the wake up call with all of us. If you guys were on or attended, I know some of y'all are newer, which is great, that you're here and you're investing in your business tonight. But, he described this business as high tech, high touch. Okay. And that really stuck with me. And so I want you to think about the way that you're operating your business right now. Is it both high tech and high touch? Because you need both in order to operate. And I'm going to tell you, and you have the best leaders that tell you, like, I am SED mentality. And so I am doing the most right now in my business. Has it always looked like this? No. Did I get to director without it looking like this? Yes. Did it fall quickly? Yes. And so I'm looking at it and I'm like, yo, what did I need to change? What needs to shift, right? Because it starts with me as a leader. So a big shift, one, was looking at my business and saying, am I doing both of these things? High touch, high tech. When I started my business in 2020, we didn't have events, you guys. We had only this. We were behind our phones. I built an team in like 5, 6 months, crazy speed, right? Got the car, but everything was like this. We celebrated me getting the car like this. I got my customers over social media, and with I honestly only had about like 5,000 followers at the time, all of them being men. I used to work in sports media. I was a sideline reporter for the Arizona Cardinals. So the way that I had to rework my business, I did a lot of that through social media. But then I realized I was only really scraping the surface of what this is, because I was hearing all of my leaders, the Krista Parneys, the Christina Smallwoods, like, yo, we need to get away from our phones. We need to be out there. When they were excelling and reaching the heights of their business in 2018, and yes, 2020 was a big bang, but it was just like, it was a different, type of business at the time. It's not what is obviously going to get us to the next level now, right? It was just like what's it called? Outlier in business was 2020. It proved that we could do this business and really rely on our, social media. Yes. However, when they were popping off, hitting MDCs, busting out directors left and right, it's because of the events that they were doing. It was because they were in front of people. It's because they were talking and screaming from the rooftops to everyone and anyone. So I want to do like a quick little, like audit for yourself. Be honest, and that's okay, right? Because this is what I had to do for myself. When's the last time you had an event? And I'm going to describe what an event is after we do this. So put in the chat, when's the last time you had an event? Okay, meet my Nate, wash party, wine and wash, Sunday, love it. What else could be an event? A coffee date, Saturday, Sunday. Okay, y'all doing it. Last week, 2 weeks ago, last month. Love it. This coming Saturday, one is planned. Coffee date. Love it, love it, love it. So this is the way that I describe an event, okay? It's really simple. Me and my sister came up with this. We're just crazy like this. But we're like, Monate, okay? When one or two people come in the name of Monate together, it is a business event, okay? You are doing business. And like Eric Worre always says, it's business. All conversations are business, right? And so how can you get strategic? Because I know some of y'all, you're not working this full time, right? I didn't start this business just going in full time. I had a full-time job. I had other things. I know we're all busy. Like no one honestly has the time to work this business. Even though like now I left my job, I'm stay at home. I'm freaking busier. These kids, my goodness, 3 kids, y'all, like all the sports. So I need to get strategic with my time, right? I need to get very strategic with my time. So open mouth, open business. Remember that. Open mouth, open business. It's something I preach all the time. If you're not opening your mouth, you do not have your doors open for business. Okay? And that is high tech, high touch. So if we're high teching that, yes, we're doing the reels. We're going live. Right now I'm going live for 90 days straight. I think I lost days. I'm on day 30. 90 days straight, high tech. I am doing the do. I'm posting out a reel every single day. I'm engaging in my DMs. I'm spending time doing that. I can touch the bases on all that because guess what? I can do it from bed. I can do it in the nooks of my day. But then I had to reevaluate, like I said, and say, okay, what am I doing to high touch? Am I going out there and actually like, doing the do with people that I meet? And I had to look at all the different networks that I had that I wasn't even touching in on. The gym, school friends, mom groups, like you name it. And I will never forget this conversation I had with my girlfriend who's a realtor. And I was catching up with her and I'm like, hey, like, how's everything going? And literally, insert my Nate, she was doing everything that we need to be doing in our business. Insert my Nate, she's like, oh, I just, joined this MOPS group, mom of preschoolers. I didn't know what the hell that was. I guess it's a mom group, y'all. I just joined this MOPS group because I need to network and meet more people and get myself out there. And I was like, shit, sign me up. I need some MOPS in my life. What? Oh, and then I joined the board of something for Ahwatukee, which is a city we live in. What? I need to do that. Oh, and then I had this network event where I just got people together for happy hour so that, they know my face and they think of me when they need to sell a home. Shit, I need to be doing that. I have something to offer, a service. Why do we overcomplicate this? Why do we think it's more than it actually needs to be? You need to get ingrained in the networks that you have, okay? Because social media can be the long game and it can be a frustrating game, and it's not all about freaking going viral because everyone can do this business. I don't care if you have 200 followers. I don't care if you have freaking 2,000 followers, whatever that is. Anyone can do this business if they tap into all of the networks that they have around them, right? And so that really made me reflect, like, hold up, I really need to start doing this at a different level. I need to every conversation has to have a purpose, okay? Everyone I'm talking to, I have to funnel in some way. And so I make sure now, right? Like I said, any Monate event is, 1 or 2 people in the name of Monate coming together. So I am having opportunity coffee dates at least once a week. I'm creating 2 funnels. Just like in social media, you have your opportunity funnel, right? Where you're putting people plugged in to then share the opportunity and you're sharing your story. And then you have a sales funnel with the products and why you started the products, all of those things, right? So you have those 2 funnels to get prospects. Same in person to person, right? Same in your relationships. You're listening to people at the gym. I make it a point to talk to one person after the gym. You just never know where conversation leads, but you're listening to them and you're hearing them, right? And so, for example, 2 days ago, I was talking to this girl I see all the time, and I was like, "Hey, how you doing? Like, oh my God, today's workout sucked. It was so hard, whatever, just small talk." She's like, "Yeah, girl, like, oh, I'm always so tired." I go, "What do you do? Like, do you have kids or whatever?" I was just asking questions. I was curious, right? And she was like, "Oh, my body's always sore, girl. I'm a hairstylist." I was like, "Skirt!" My my hair went so fast. I was like, and I go in my Monet gear, but I was like, "What'd you just say? I didn't know you. I had a hairstylist right here the whole time. We be doing lunges together, burpees, we sweating together, and you're a freaking hairstylist, okay?" And so I said, "No kidding. I actually work in the hair care industry too." She's like, "You do? What do you do?" "I'm not a hairstylist, but I'm a product educator. Have you heard of Monet?" Boom. You know, she's a little old school hairstylist. She's like, "Oh, I have my own products." I said, "I'm going to bring a bundle for you. I'm going to bring a bundle for you to try. I have the perfect mix. You're going to fall in love." And guess what? I got her phone number. Okay. I got her phone number and I sent her the next opportunity call we have, because that's another event, right? Opportunity calls. Okay. So I'm funneling these conversations. Does that mean, was she my market partner at the end of the day? No. But we made a connection. She knows what the hell I do now. I wear Monet all day, every day at the gym. Okay. I have a conversation going with her, and I'm just going to keep funneling her through opportunity calls, wash parties, because I'm going to have a wash party at least once a week. I'm going to have someone over to wash their hair. And me and my sister came together, and we're so lucky, we have her home. We call that Mamacita headquarters. Literally, we are doing wash parties every single weekend. Every single weekend, open house. It was crazy. Like, the neighbors were like, "What the hell's going on here?" Caddies rolling up. We made it the event to come to. We were posting it all over our social media. Sometimes, y'all, not even one potential showed up. But did you know that? No, because we made it like FOMO. You have to be here. We're explaining how to wash on social media. If no one's there, first of all, don't sit there in your pity party and thinking about, "Oh my God, no one showed up." It happens. It happens to this day. Like, we have events all the time. Okay, sometimes we do our efforts, we invite, we over invite. So I want you guys over inviting. You need to get at least like 10 yeses, "I'm coming," before you're like, "Okay, I actually have people coming." Because guess what? Those 10 are going to turn to 5 and then 3 by the time the party starts. So you're over inviting all the time, right? Now, we made this like FOMO. You have to be here. Mamacita headquarters, music. People were just, it would get sweaty. We like busted the lights before because the blow dryers were going off. Now, that was something on the regular we were doing when we relaunched technically our businesses. Like, that's what we were doing every single weekend. When Friday or Saturday, we're going to have a wash party. It was like, no, Mamacita doors are open. Now our team is duplicating that. So you have to look at it like, as the leader, I know we're building here, but if you're getting people, you're showing them the way. You're showing them like, this is doable. And no, you guys, we weren't having balloon walls. We weren't having charcuterie boards. Like, I was picking up Taco Bell tacos, a party platter, and my sister got LaCroix and some chips, okay? We're not going to be eating and doing your hair. We're here for hair and business, okay? So don't expect a whole spread. We keep it simple. We keep it so simple. So we get in our head before we even like, okay, I have to have everything perfect. I have to have a perfect invite. I have to do, no, you don't. Like, go on Canva real quick. I created a template. I changed the date routinely. Okay, I changed the date routinely of, when we're gonna have an event. So then now my team's duplicating it. So now my teams are busting out parties Friday, Saturday, midweek party, because they saw us do it. And now it's just a ripple effect, right? And so I'm making sure I have an opportunity, like I said, coffee date, something like that on schedule, where I can say, "Hey, you know what? I think we'd be like a really good fit. I would love to talk to you more about what I'm doing." And it's just, again, striking up conversations in person. It's like that I don't know, I can't remember who said this, but I think it was Krista Parney, one of her many trainings I've been a part of. But she's like, you have to picture you're like the person you want to say something to and then you hold back is your MDC member that you just let go, right? Like, bye. Like, that was the person that was going to change the trajectory of your business because you were so afraid to just open your freaking mouth and say something, right? And it doesn't have to be all monate. It obviously will lead to it when you learn how to pivot those conversations, but you have to have those conversations. You have to get out there and do it, put yourself out there. I go to Starbucks, I'm talking to baristas. What do you do? Like, they naturally will be like, hey, what do you have going on later today? And even if I don't, I plug my business. Even if I don't have a meeting, I'll be like, oh, I'm on my way to a meeting for my business. Oh, what business do you own? What do you do? It's just simple. You just never know where that conversation will then lead to. Okay. And most of the time, you guys, do not give your business card out. Don't do it. It's like a death. Say RIP. Like, don't waste your time. I have business cards. It's cute, it's fancy, you don't need them. What you need, your social media is a business card. Get their phone number. Okay, I like to get like little samples. Where's my sample pack? I like to get little samples, and at Starbucks, I'll be like, I go to the same Starbucks and I'm getting all the little baristas and I give them a sample, and the way they get their information, some people just put their card in there. Say, hey, I'm going to text you how to use these samples. What's your number? Make it very casual. Wait, what's your number? I'm going to text you how to use these samples. You're going to love them. I see you work. Girl, you get here at 4 a.m. Oh, heck no. Let me pamper you. Let me hook you up. Like, just be casual. Don't make it weird. I think we just get in our head and we're like, oh my God, what do we say? What samples do I give? Universal samples, the oil, Rejuva beads, a hair mask, berry scrub, what else? What else? What else? Nothing specific because you just never know, right? I never do like a shampoo or a conditioner. I just make it very general because whoever's gonna grab it and whoever I feel like blessing that day with a little sample pack, boom. I want them to fall in love. So think of things like the age rewind, things like that. Okay. And you're getting their information and then you're following up with them. And then you're inviting them to your next event, right? You're saying, hey, I would love to give you like a full service blowout and a wash, or so you can see the products and how amazing they are. Are you free on Friday? Just very simple, right? But you guys, I only got better doing it and not feeling awkward by doing it. You only gain confidence by doing it. You only can speak more with conviction by actually doing it, right? And so the more conversations you're having, the more reps you're having, the more you're going to be able to really pivot these conversations to then invite them. Your goal with prospects, get them on the phone, invite them to the party, invite them to the next opportunity call. So I have it set up for my team. Like, we have opportunity calls at least weekly. I'll try to have one pinned down. And so when they're having these conversations, they're able to funnel them to that next thing, right? That next call, that next wash party, whatever it is. And so now a good way that you guys, a copy that you guys can use too, that's working a lot for my team who are doing wash parties is, hey, I'm looking for hair models. Just put out there, I'm looking for hair models. It's free. I just would love your feedback. And I'm working on my portfolio for my business. Are you free on Friday? No pressure. I would like you to be a hair model. I had an event with one of my girls on Sunday, okay, and she over invited, and guess what? Like 3 people showed up. We made the best out of it though. It was such a good wash party. These women were coming in to use the apartment area, and they were like, I was like, oh, what party you were throwing? What are you throwing today? They were throwing like this huge bridal shower, it looked like, and they're like, oh, we're having a bridal shower. I was like, oh my gosh, do you want to try some of your makeup so you can get ready? We have some makeup here. Let me put some makeup on you so you feel like fresh and ready for your event. She's like, oh my God, that'd be perfect. Like, I'm sweating. Got her sitting down on the chair. Oh my gosh, so what do you do? Just talking. And she's like, what are these products? I'm like, oh, this is Monade. It's vegan. Have you And I'm like, what do you do? And she's like, oh, I'm an esthetician. I'm like, chingalama. I'm like, you guys, my head swivels all the time because I'm in these conversations. I'm like, But you just have to listen. You just have to start the conversation to know and listen. You might be talking to the Starbucks barista. This was another conversation I had. She was a young girl, and I'm like, oh, she was asking me, what are you doing? And blah, blah, blah. And then I was like, oh, what do you have later on today? She's like, oh, I'm going to school. I go to ASU. And I'm like, oh, what are you studying? Oh, I'm studying broadcast journalism. I go, shut up. That's what I studied at ASU. Just happened. I studied that at ASU. Are you in the Cronkite School? Yes. I would love to help mentor you. Here, let me get your number. I have all the connections, which is true. I have all the connections here. I would love to mentor you. Yeah, girl, like it's hard out there. She was telling me, I'm working this job right now to help pay for school, but I'm broke. And I'm like, shit, here's my future market partner. You're hearing them. You're hearing them. And guess what? I invited her to our event. And she couldn't make it. That's okay. I'm keeping it or doors open, and I'm going to invite her to the next event. Or a coffee. We already had coffee at Starbucks, of course, right? And so it's these continued conversations. It's the long game sometimes, you guys. Yes, like you can close a lot of deals then and there. Yes, absolutely. Like, do I go in and follow up and all of that? That's where you're closing. That's when you're closing. But you can't do that without a lot of person-to-person interaction, them trusting you, getting to know you. It's different out here now, right? Not everything needs to be only funneled through social media. It's an amazing tool. Take advantage of it. But all these people that I have a call with right now, next at 7, my time, I'm not telling them to go post a reel. I'm not telling them to go make this complicated, do this funnel on your social media. I'm not telling them to even go live yet. I'm telling them to go talk to people and to go have your launch party and invite all your friends and family. And I don't care if you're sitting around. Where's my oil? I always have my prop here. Oh, my daughter took it. If you're sitting around your oil and you're huddled around with a bottle of wine and a bottle of Rejuvenate oil, you are doing an event. And yes, because it works. It works. Joe knows because that's all they did before everything shut down. And yes, we can pivot, and that brought the beauty of social media absolutely into what we do. But remember, high touch, high tech. The only way to really do your business both 50-50 and take advantage of all the networks that you have, not just social media network, all the networks that you have. Okay.
I love that. It's so true because in 2018, like we were having so many events back to back to back to back. Like my husband was like, "What the hell are you doing? Who are you seeing?" Like he was
Oh,
like,
I told my husband, I'm like, I'm getting to the next level. Like, listen, I'm not doing, 9-10 hours in the office anymore, but I'm going to spend my Friday night, or Saturday night doing this, going to an event and doing this. And that's just what it looks like right now. And it's different because guess what? You have me during the day, but this is what I'm doing on my on my weekends or when I have the time. And it's just like a give or take. It's a sacrifice. And I'm not saying like, and I'm not expecting, I know everyone's on a different journey. I'm just telling you what's going to get me to SED and what's proven to get everyone to SED. And that's just like the journey and like the speed I'm on. If you can do an event, once a week, twice a month. I tell people going for MMB, you need 4. You need 4 within the month. A coffee date, wash party, one-on-one wash, whatever. But yeah, they work. They work. And building that muscle of confidence, I think the biggest thing. Because you're telling your story over and over and over again. You're telling your, product story over and over and over again. And that's just the only way to, really build that muscle is doing it.
I love that. No, I want really quick last question because I know you have your call coming up right now.
You're fine. You're
So
fine.
when you go to host your event, do you do like a presentation or do you do a form where you're just like, hey guys, welcome in. Do you want to wash your hair first or what's going on? Grab some crackers. Like, how does your event go about?
Well, I know that some people find success in presentations. I haven't done that ever. I just try to keep it really casual, inviting. I don't want to make them feel like they're in a timeshare presentation. Like put a 1 in the chat if you've ever been funneled through a timeshare. I'm like, this is not it. And I think that's showing like the new age of like what this is. It's not your mama's, Mary Kay business. It's not a full hotel weird carpet, like what did I just walk into feeling? It's inviting, it's a party. Like people want to have fun and they want to see like this is something, that one, two, I'm inviting VIPs too. Don't forget your VIPs. I'm inviting VIPs and I'm telling them to bring a friend for like a raffle. I'll do like a little quick, sample raffle or product raffle. I'm bringing them in because a lot of my VIPs turn into market partners, and they're like, "Oh, I could do this. This seems like fun. This is what you do? Like it's this simplistic? Yeah, this is what we do. This is how, we operate our business. Yeah, you can do it too." So them kind of seeing it in real time helps really, I think, shift that mindset for some of these VIPs too who love the products, and then they see, wait, and then they're bringing people and I'm like, "Look, you're bringing me people that could be your money. You bring me, where's my book? You bring me 6 people. We got yourself a 2 + 4, 400. Like I'm literally like carrying this around. We got yourself some money here. If you're, don't bring me the people, I appreciate it, but look at, you can do this too." So I think it really shows them. But yeah, girls, grab the chips. We have LaCroix, a bottle of water. Now let's do a quick little, wash, or you don't have to wash every head of hair too. I was getting really tired. I'm like, I can't do this, right? And so sometimes we'll do like a demo when like enough people come. Okay, who wants to get their hair washed for a demo? And then we kind of explain like, this is the first wash. We emulsify, we show the hands, and we get, their real-time reaction. So then people are curious and they're touching and feeling and smelling and seeing all the other products, and they're gonna buy.
Awesome. Does anybody have any quick questions before we go? I think that pretty much sums it up. Like, keep it simple, guys. As you start doing these more and more and more, your confidence will come. Kind of like the elevator pitch story that you have for yourself. The more you talk about your story, the more you talk about the products, the more you talk, you do these quizzes, the more the confidence is going to come. But if you're not taking action each and every single day, like nothing's going to happen. You're just going to continue procrastinating, and it's just going to continue building up self-doubt within yourself. It is really truly that simple. And honestly, like, you just made me realize like it really is simple, and I'm overcomplicating it, and I need to have more conversations.
Girl, all those kids, those parents, I'm looking at like, you have all the dance moms, you need to be, and even like after the gym, I'll be like, "Oh, who wants to come over?" If someone's inviting me for a play date, you're gonna get a facial. You're gonna get a scalp treatment. Like it's gonna go down at some way, shape, or form. So you're inviting me to a play date, you're inviting yourself to a little wash party that you don't even know is about to happen. So after the gym, I'll be like, they're like, "Oh, let's go to the park," or whatever. I have, things on hand, or I'm like, "Oh, come over, I'll make protein shakes and the kids can play." Money protein, it's just literally that's an event. We're just overcomplicating it, and it's just going down to those relationships. So
I'm
thank
ready.
you so much for having me.
Thank you, Lisa. Sorry, I was late. I know if you have to go, I just want to add everything you said was great. But girls, I want to add something. The reason why she's so comfortable with these super simple events, or come over and the protein shake, or I'll do the berry scrub, is because she believes in the products. So she's not shy or scared of saying, "I'm going to do the berry scrub. I'm going to do it." Like, you should not be scared, shy, or intimidated to talk about your products. And when you're not, you will talk about them all day long, every single day, to whoever walks in front of you. Okay, so number one, that confidence in the products. And number two, like, you just took me back to when I started. It wasn't an event per weekend. It was 3 events per day. And I can't even tell you how many events we went to that one person showed up. There was a few that no people showed up. I'll never forget. I was with Isa and we said, "Okay, we're going to go live and we're going to face the camera towards me and Isa." And we were talking, presenting the business like if there was a whole audience. And it just served as a live on Instagram. But the thing is that since we didn't have anything bigger to compare it to, our little scrawny events were it. You girls coming in think you have to put on this whole production when an event is simply 2 people coming over your house. So clearly, I mean, Lisa, it was a great reminder of I've stopped doing the small events, and I'm like, why? Like, they're just conversations. But for all of you, we're going to end this call with a challenge. We're all about call to action. All of you are trying to get either to MMP or MMB or Market Mentor, whatever the case may be. We have 9 more days this month. I want you to host an event, and I want you to tag us on Instagram. Angie, Lisa, myself, I want to see your event. And I don't care how small and tiny it is. I don't care if you have one bag of chips. I don't care if your kids and your husband are watching. I want to see your event, and I don't want you guys to overthink it, because from those small events is where the biggest success rate comes out of. So Lisa, thank you so much.
That's an honor. Thank you guys so much. I love y'all.
We
Let's
appreciate
have some events. Let's have them this month, and I can't wait to see them.
Bye.
Yes. Bye, you guys.